I have someone have asked me something. If we have a crack in a piece of wood and we want just to fill up the crack, we don't want to make a full epoxy project all around the wood. No, we want only to fill up the crack. It doesn't matter how size is the crack. Is it this size or you have it like this size? It doesn't matter what is the size of the crack. Okay, the only thing that matters that you need to clean it up, away all the small stuff. It's like sand, it's not wood, it's rusty, it's rusty wood. It's like this. The wood is getting to be a biscuit, you know. This one you have to take it out, because if the epoxy hold on to this, the epoxy will pull it out and then you will lose the contact. So you need to clean it very well with a chisel as much as you can. Go inside, take out the biscuits. Okay, I'll get it a little bit closer for you to see. You go inside with a chisel and you go cleaning every place you can get to, or as possible as all you can. Clean it away, take away the biscuits, so you will have only wood inside. And then what you do, you want to have, this is, let's say this one is the face of your project. Okay, so you get a small piece of wood, you make it the butterfly idea. You get it upside down and you put it, lock it over here. You route this place to fit in the butterfly, to fill it in. So you will hold this two wood together for eternity. And if you have the crack is over here and you have a little bit of the crack in here, so it's the same thing what I'm going to show you now. So after you finish putting the butterfly to hold the wood together, okay, because the epoxy will not hold it together as much as it have, you can put a piece of wood or two, it's up to you. Me, I put one in the beginning of the crack and one in the middle. And as long as it is down and this is your face, okay, so it doesn't matter, nobody will see it. Okay, so that's how. And then you get let's see, you get this tape. It's what they call it, aluminium tape, and you open the tape. Sorry guys, I'm not good in this thing. I hate opening tape and plastic bags. But you take out the tape, and you tape it on the side like this. This tape will hold perfectly for the epoxy. You don't need to, it's sure. You just need to make sure that it's connecting everywhere and there is no holes in the tape. And then you get another tape. You get another piece of tape. Okay. And you tape it down here like this. Okay, but you need to make sure that you don't have any place or small hole or any opening that the epoxy can go through. If you see that the epoxy may go out of here, so you need to get more tape and tape it over here. me, I will put like one more line of tape over here and one more line over here and another line on the top. So I will make it 100% sure that I don't have any epoxy will run out. And then I will put another tape on the top to hold these two tapes and another one on the side. So now I have it 100% locked. And then you see this crack over here, it have a small crack, this one. This crack, you can just take another tape, cut it, and tape it on the top. Just tape it on it. And now, your project, the job is over here. This is the side you're gonna work in. So you're gonna pour from here. And when you are pouring, make sure you pour the holes, the small holes, before you pour the big one. And when you are pouring, you have to pour and wait until it goes in here. You have to see the epoxy coming out in here. When you put epoxy, the epoxy will not sink, so that's full. In here also, you just clean it with a small knife and fill it up with epoxy. For this one, I'm going to use black. So I will fill it up with epoxy. And for me, I'm used to use acetone. A very little amount of acetone. I put it with the epoxy. And when I finish blending the epoxy and it is ready to pour, before I pour, I put some acetone in it and blend it a little bit and then fill it up in the small holes. The acetone will help make the epoxy more liquid, so it will go in the small cracks. It will fill up the small cracks. And don't worry that if the epoxy have to be a little bit over the top, so that's okay, because you're gonna sand this one and then you will have this small line over here with epoxy. It will not be very much seen. And it's the same idea with this one. If I have this small cracks over here, see, I have this small cracks. Okay, the same thing. It's the same idea. I'm gonna make okay, the cracks, you can fill it up from up. There is some cracks you can fill them up from the top, and there is some of them you can fill it up from the side. Okay, so it's the same idea. A tape, fill up the cracks, and next day do it like this. A tape over here and fill up, and the next day a tape and fill up. So you will have a very nice edge. Okay, and when you fill the epoxy on the sides, it's much more easier to clean. You know, it's very easy to sand it, and and the shining will be less. So don't worry, you will not take any huge amount away from your project. So this is how to fill up the epoxy. And if like this crack, I don't need to put a butterfly here. I need to put a butterfly over here. See? This one is okay, it is strong enough, it will not go more. But over here, I have a small crack here. It may break, and then I will have this piece of wood in two. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come from the back side and make a butterfly over here to hold on this thing. And I'll make it like 1.5 centimeter thick, so it will go in the woods as much as I can. And then it will just hold two pieces together, so it will not let go. So this is the idea. You just use aluminium tape, tape it from here, down here, you tape it, and you tape it outside, on the sides, you tape it perfectly on the side, and fill up the epoxy inside here. And when you come to these small places, just remember to add some silicone, some acetone, so it will be much more liquid to go in the hole and sink inside faster. You know, you don't need to wait for 20 minutes and come back and fill it up again, and 20 minutes and come back and it will sink. And when you are filling something like this, use a syringe, you know, like this kind of syringe they use for diabetic. The head of the syringe, the plastic head, is very thin. You don't need to use the needle. You can use the plastic head without the needle. So you just drop one by one drop by one drop after you put the acetone. It will be perfect. It will go slowly, but you will get a perfect job. So this is how to fix a crack in a piece of wood. So I will and this is a job that I did, and I fill up all the cracks. You can see, get the light, you can see I have a crack over here. Oh, this is too much light, maybe. Yes, this is enough. See this crack over here, and this small cracks, I fill them up, all of them. And this is the big ones. See, this one was on the side. I fill it up just a bit. See, I fill it up all the way down with the tape, all the way. And this crack is from the top. This one is coming from the top. I fill up on the top, so it came until here. And this crack, this one also, see, it's going all the way up, and to the other side over here. So I saved this piece of falling apart. And here also I have a crack, the same thing. So this table, it's a table, I made it. So I just fixed the cracks with only a taping the sides, the bottom, and the corners. So I just fill it up, and when the crack is very small, I just use acetone to make it more liquid and put it inside, and that's all. And after that, the sanding project, sanding. I didn't need to polish it because it's no need to polish, but I finish it and it looks good. And I thought that putting a red color, it will look nice. I wish that it's nice. So I hope that you have good information from this video, and please subscribe if you like the video to help me. Thank you very much. And if you have any question or anything, I'll be very happy if you put in the comments, or put it or send me find me on Facebook and send it on Facebook, or I will help you anyhow you want. Bye bye.